right, so I'm going to share my screen. So first off, let's talk about content. What does your audience need to know about you, and what do they need to see or believe before they purchase from you? So a lot of people, Jenna, correct me if I'm wrong, in real estate, the people need to know, like, and trust you. That's one thing. But what do they need to see in your stories? Because there's a lot of real estate agents who may be very good looking, and they may be like, hey, I'm a real estate agent, but they don't know they're not an expert in their field quite yet. So they're basing their looks on hoping them to get business. So what is your audience? Not just your sphere of influence, because your sphere of influence is going to feel like they want to buy from you. What does your audience need to know about you? What do they need to see or believe before they purchase from you? All right, down in the comments, just write 2 things on what you think your target audience, from anyone from Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. On that note, for the social platforms, let's just say pick 2.
And I'm going to challenge you guys here too. While you are thinking about who your audience is, don't just think home buyers and sellers, because guess what? You're losing the ability to speak in a meaningful way to the entire marketplace, because there are riches and niches. First time home buyer, move up buyer. Is it somebody who's motivated to sell? Are they facing foreclosure? Pick something that you can easily relate to. So pick your 2.
Okay, so when it comes to picking your 2, I've said this multiple times, I want you to be socially online. I want you to be everywhere. Now, unless you hire someone to help you be everywhere, then just pick 2. Pick 2 that you're really active on. Pick Facebook, pick Instagram, or maybe it's Facebook and TikTok. Pick these 2 and just rock them, okay? Those are the 2 you really want to do. But then you got to know who your audience is. Let's go to the next slide real quick. Another thing that's going to help you with your algorithm, helping your business go, because mind you, you are a business. The tax government treats you like a business. They tax you like a business. Why are you not treating your business like a business? So Google reviews, okay? You go out and set a goal for yourself. If you're just a one single agent, set out to go get 1 Google review each week. This will do loads of algorithm workshops for you, because this will help you literally just take the time and understand, hey, my business is getting reviews every week, and now you're getting pushed in front of more and more people. Testimonial videos. If you have a client that's really open about being on camera, get a little video snippet of them and go, hey, Mr. Jim and Sherry, will you please do me a video testimonial how I'm working with me? Yeah, certainly. They get on camera, give them a little script. You can go to ChatGPT to type out a script if they have a hard time doing that. If it comes naturally, that's what you want. Those one takes, even if they stutter, do the and, ahs, and the stutters. That's all good stuff too. So just get those testimonial videos. Those help out, bring credibility to your audience as well.
And people, what Jeremy's saying is people love real. They do. Mm-hmm. They don't want to buy or work with somebody who makes them feel bad about themselves. That's perfect. They want to work with somebody who's real and who's an expert. So don't ever feel like you have to get the video perfect. Exactly what he just said.
So at one of the events that we just had was we used ChatGPT and came up with several scripts. And then we put the scripts in front of a teleprompter and we set it up on a tripod, put them behind a screen. I think one of them's on the J Par Nation with Bobby. And literally they just read from the teleprompter. This is the first time they're getting over their nerves. They're getting on camera. It doesn't have to be perfect, because in the video world or in the marketing world, it's about how much you post. All right. So I'm about to show you something real quick. Let's just imagine this right here is Bobby. That's his cowboy hat. All right. And then this right here, I apologize for my drawings, is Jenna. Okay. She has curly hair. And this is a giant war of tug of war. So let's do, that's the little knot. Let's just say that someone is going after a certain hashtag. Let's say the hashtag is DFW Realtor. Jenna posts 3 times a day. She posts 3 times a day and she uses that hashtag. Bobby only posts 1 time per week. In that game of tug of war, type down in the bottom who's going to win, Bobby or Jenna. Who do you think is going to win this virtual tug war? So no one really owns a hashtag. You can create a hashtag. This is just one way of them finding your content, but I just wanted to throw that out there because we talked about that one of our events. Here's what I want to zoom in on here, because I want you to just think constantly every time you create content, picture posts, new listing posts. I want you to think audience, audience, audience. It says, so we have this thing that says, what does your audience need to know about you in order to feel confident in purchasing with you. So what do they need to know to feel confident purchasing with you? So several things. First of all, I had to get my boy Robert Navarro here. I have one of Jenna's posts and then one of my posts. Now, the whole goal is knowing your audience. This post right here, this is a reel. I know I have 60 seconds with this person, but mind you, it got 1.3 views. I only have like 375 friends at the moment because I had to restart over, but it's getting views. So I knew my audience. So I had to add hashtags that were in the industry, realtors, marketing, history of marketing. I had to add those hashtags because I know my audience of who's watching the reel. This right here, this post, I don't know if y'all had the opportunity to read Jenna's post, but it made me cry. First of all, it had 0 hashtags. Ooh, don't judge that writing. But one of the things is when you're making a post and you're not going out for a bunch of hashtags, you're not going out there. Look how much interaction she got right here. All right, just look at this. 95 cares, likes, hearts. She got 21 comments and a share. So this right here, because everyone can relate with what she posted. And I read the post and I was like, this is really long. Who else is gonna read this? You guys went out. If y'all read that post and it hit you, just hit feels, because it hit me in the feels. Just type feels in the comments, because that right there was an emotional post. And what that does for her algorithm means that y'all are going to see more of her content. She didn't have to put any hashtags. That probably wasn't even her intent. Her intent, Jenna, what was your intent with this post? I mean, because this was like emotionally heavy, but I loved it.
I mean, my intent really was to help other people who might be struggling with what I was struggling at the time, which if you read the first sentence was, on this day 6 years ago, I was at the absolute top of my real estate game and considering taking my own life. And it probably was emotional for you because you walked through that with me, but I basically want other people to know that if they feel lonely, if they feel like the success that they have built is starting to take them, like, I get it. You're not the only one, and you can climb your way out of this. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly. So thank you for sharing that, first of all, that vulnerability. And thank you for allowing us to enter in your world. I want to show you guys that if you're going to get a post to get real engagement and to have that organic view, doing something of this approach. Now, it doesn't have to be that emotional because that was emotionally heavy, but it could be about you and your family. It could be about you and your life, because people who want to work with you, they want to also see you living a life. Don't feel like it has to be work-related posts all the time. I love making content, so coming up with creative ways of making content. When it comes down to this post where I'm in the video where it talks about how I used AI, AI is going to take away, or it's going to be the replacement of what people, remember that time and era where people were sending faxes and then emails were taking off. So people were still like, hey, I'm still going to be using faxes. I'm gonna fax that to you. And emails were so much faster. AI is that new era for today, okay? So if you're not using it in some shape or form, strongly suggest you start using it. Okay, let's take a look at Robert Navarro's post right here. First of all, shout out to my boy Robert Navarro. What's up? This right here, I love this post because he uses hashtags. He knows his target audience is someone who's looking into a grand open house. Now, the one thing I would challenge Robert Navarro to do, only thing difference is it's called Facebook for a reason. Your pictures, your videos, your thumbnails all need to have your face on it. I want to show you something. If I wasn't able to add it to the slide, forgive me. But at the event we did, so we got them in front of a green screen. And hopefully, if I can convince Shannon Ashkenos, if you're watching, to let me do a session at the JPAR Nation celebration, I will do a green screen work. We'll get y'all hooked up. But we took pictures with people in front of green screens. Notice how all these people are in the picture. It spices up the picture. You're in the kitchen. We got Matt in the kitchen. She's showing off the lawn. Jenna's showing the stairway. We have her pointing at, not only is your eyes drawn to the offer, but it's also drawn to the house. This one right here is just perfect because it's literally saying, hey, open house, check this out. We have Donovan down here. So using that green screen, getting yourself on your picture post, on your reels, everything. Put your face on everything. Jenna, can you remind me of the girl's name that I'm like, she's always on Facebook and she's so good. She's this cute little lady that I like on Facebook.
Oh, yes, it's Tommy.
Tommy, freaking love
He's freaking
Tommy.
awesome. Yeah.
And she told me one day, she goes, I really like what you did. I'm going to steal that if you don't mind. I said, I'm flattered that you would totally do that. Go for it. Because I want y'all all to have success. Get in front of her green screen. Post this up. Be like Tommy. She doesn't really care. She's like, all right, cool. I'm going to post this video. I don't care if my face has a little cut on it or a blemish, or I don't care that I just had hair surgery. I don't even know if you can tell. And I'm like, all right, cool, hiding my head. You have to post the content. You have to get out there in front of people, because there's one thing that you're missing out on right now. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. What do you value more, money or your time? I want to challenge you this. If I was to give you $1 million today, and I said, hey, I'm going to give you $10 million today, but tomorrow you cannot wake up again, you probably wouldn't take that deal, because your time is more valuable. You hear that expression, time is money, time is money, time is not money. Time is so much more valuable. So the classes that me and Jenna are going to be having, we want to show you how to take back your time. We want to show you how to leverage your systems, your CRMs, so that way you can actually have time. Because one of the things that my business is called the real agent flex. So it's like flexing of the muscle. But in today's market, the flex is like hustle, hustle, hustle. You got to hustle. You have to hustle all the time. Wake up at 3 a.m. Go till midnight. That's what everyone says to do. But that's what leads to burnout. And I've seen too many people in our industry, commit because this hustle, this grind, going after something. I want to show you how to free up your time. I want to show you how to free up this time, how to actually flex your muscles, showing them that you're spending time on the beach, spending time with your family. Guys, hopefully you understand what I'm telling you to do. Post, use hashtags, use links, but I want to go into it more in depth in a later when we have more time, because there's sometimes if you add a link, it actually damages your credibility, actually damages how you're going to be seen in an algorithm. We'll go into that later.
Yeah. And
yes.
Jeremy, I'd love to summarize for everybody. Are we cool with a quick summary, everybody? I have written down quick bite-sized summary for all of us. The goal of today is you've got to be online, 2 platforms. That's what Jeremy was saying from the very beginning, 2 platforms. So don't go after YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and yada, yada. Go deep on 2 platforms. I have picked mine. I like Facebook, and really actually just started my social media journey when it comes to propping up my business, because that's not how I originally built mine. Jeremy's help, less than a week, they asked to become a content creator. So that was awesome. And then I'm going to do YouTube. I really love you. I love you. And then pick some niches, because what if you, in your mind, you guys, the internet is a megaphone for you and what you do and your voice. I mean, it's a huge megaphone. And so decide what that voice is. Who are you trying to reach? Not just every home buyer, not just every home seller. Pick 2 platforms and pick 2 niches and start really directly talking to those. If somebody were to come with me for say a coaching program of some kind of real estate, and it was for your first 6 months in the business, I am 10 years into the business. Okay. I'm not going to want to hear that spiel. It matters how you say things and who you're talking to. So pick your niches, decide what people need to know about you to feel comfortable and confident buying from you. Also get those Google reviews. Let's start to, and if you guys haven't had a sale yet, there could be somebody brand new on here. Or if you've had 1,000 sales, just try and get 1 Google review a week. It's not that time consuming. And at the end of the year, you could have over 50 reviews. That's amazing. And then script, bullet points, shoot the video. Don't worry about being perfect. Put yourself out there. By the way, it's Jeremy who had hair surgery, not Tommy. So I wasn't sure if somebody else was like, he just ratted her out. No, he had hair surgery. Okay. So Tommy, my girl, we didn't have hair surgery. And then searching, if you want someone to be able to search your content, hashtags are great. And you can own that hashtag by posting more often. And then think about your audience. It is great to show the homes you've sold. It's great to show that this and that's under contract. But somebody also wants to see that you're a human being, okay? They do want to know that you're credible, but they also want to see that you're a human being. So really consider your audience and how you speak to them. You should wrap everything inside of who you're talking. And then last but not least, this can really help you leverage your time. The old school way of doing things, which is quite frankly how I built my business originally. And I still do a lot of phone calls. You do have to do phone calls. Okay. If you don't ever want to touch your phone, this is not the business for you. You should move on. I love you much, but don't do this business. Okay. You got to make phone calls and answer your phone. But this is a way to attract people to you. If you've never heard the term attraction marketing, it will change your life forever. And the internet, woohoo, that thing that like came out in the 80s can change your life as long as you really know how to talk to people. So thank you, Jeremy. Did you have any more comments before we log off for the day?
No comments. If you do happen to sing though, or act or dance, me and Jenna are working on a very cool project that involves singing a Disney song for
a house, and we need bodies.
If you'd like to be in this really cool video for marketing, it will be in Fort Worth and it will be at one of our listings. And so it's just going to be like fun, but we're hoping that one goes viral because it is a Disney song. But if you'd like to sing, please let us know.
Well, hey, it'll still be fun either way. So, okay, you guys will hear more about that in the Facebook group, probably the brokerage one. But we appreciate you guys. Oh, yay. Okay. Y'all send me an email if you're interested in being in that video or coming to one of our next classes. JennaHarris@jpar.com, JennaHarris@jpar.com. Make sure it's .com, okay? Because you will get lost in my .net. JennaHarris@jpar.com. Send me an email. And just by the way, I did not forget about you lovely folks who wanted the series on self-awareness. I will send that out this week. And yes, okay, I see all you guys in the chat. Everybody have an awesome day. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.